Hi guys, welcome back to the second half of our YCL power rankings for this draft. I think we're season 5, right?
Yes,
Season 5 draft.
YCL 5.
Um, this is the second half, which means if you didn't watch the first half, I'll link Hollowkid's video in the description. But we're gonna be starting off by rating his team because we didn't get to it in the first video, and then we'll get on to the order of the last 7 teams that we have ranked here. So. Let's start with him. A team that I think is actual dog water. And
Wow.
the reason for
I would
that,
also like to say that I am coach of the LA Lucario.
they watched the first video. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually not that bad. I do like it. I like a lot of his mons, like the Rillaboom, Corviknight, Nidoking, Milotic, Sylveon, Darmanitan, and Dracozolt, all mons that I've drafted or have wanted to draft in the past. A big flaw I see is his only stealth rocker is the Nidoking, and the reason I don't like that, it's not like Nidoqueen because Nidoqueen's at least bulky. Nidoking is pretty much always offensive. You can run stealth rock on it, but you don't want to because it already has 4 move slot syndrome with coverage moves. So it's going to be tough to fit it on there. And your only removal is defog on Corviknight, so you're going to be detrimenting yourself if you put that Stealth Rocks on there. We've talked about this before, though, so you know that that's dog shit. Dog shit combo. You have a powerful dedicated Cleric, which is good. That's really hard to get on a lot of teams. Sylveon's great. Lots of pivots. Let's see. You have Grassy Glide for your pretty much only priority, unless you bring Sucker Punch Liepard or Sucker Punch Nidoking, which would be cool. Because it does have a high physical attack, and people don't typically run physical Nidoking. And you have really high.
There is going to be a time that I'm going to bring physical Nidoking.
Oh, that's cool. Let me scroll down. I think you have really high. Yeah, you have really high average stats, but relatively low speed. So you have the same problem that I had in drafting a lot of slower stuff. That being said, you scarf a couple of these things, and it's going to be a problem for a lot of teams. So
I think my playstyle is a little bit different. I do like to be on the slow side. I like slow, bulky.
Same.
I won't die the first hit. I'm going to
Absolutely.
kill you.
I respect that because I mean, obviously that's my playstyle.
Team right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will say that I'm an idiot. I thought some mons. I thought Dusclops got Stuff Rocks.
Why would you think that?
Porygon.
It's a ghost.
I think it's Dust. It's full evolution. I thought it got rocks, but
no. Yeah.
Again, having double pressure. Oh god.
Yeah, pressure's a really nice ability in draft, but I really like Milotic. I think Milotic has a lot of potential as a bulky water. But what's really cool, I think, about your team is you have both the Fire, Water, Grass and Fairy Steel Dragon cores, but the Fire, Water, Grass core is all mono. Like you have pure grass, pure fire, and pure water, which is not very common as a legitimate core. So I really like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see you use it.
It's definitely gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like my only dragon is Dracozolt.
Dragons are trash. What do you mean?
Dragons are trash.
If it's not named Goodrez, it's garbage.
Yeah, I wish there was more bulky dragons. Oh my god, Goodrez
Yeah,
so good.
Goodrez.
I wanted Goodra, but it didn't fit on this team well.
I love Goodra too. It's definitely underrated. But yeah, let's go on to the number 7 team.
Sorry, I was number 1.
No, you're number 21.
Alright.
Number 7 team is the Machesney Park Slowpokes, hosted by a Prater54. Hopefully I said that right. And just off the bat, this team I rated really high because his offensive threats are very nasty. Like, obviously, Urshifu's Single Strike is very powerful. And paired with Gengar, it's very good as well to take those fighting moves that Urshifu doesn't want to be hit by. And they're both relatively fast and hit really hard. And they're opposite attacking types, special and physical. So it's nice to have those. Additionally, you have...
Top 3 is scary.
Yeah.
Dude, your top 3 is
Yeah.
very scary.
Jirachi is both bulky and offensive, so you can switch it up by the week. And I really like Jirachi. Obviously, if you abuse Serene Grace, it's gonna be so annoying for your opponent, but it's definitely viable and definitely a good win condition. 60% flinch is nothing to laugh at.
Oh god. Yeah.
You
Not
sniped
like
my
the first
Seismitoad
one.
as well, so I had to rank you a little higher for thinking like me. You know what I'm saying?
If you swapped out that Talonflame for a Moltres, Chef's Kiss.
No,
That's what I would have thought.
no, I
No,
think
no,
Talonflame fits here
no.
perfectly.
Nah, too fast. Too much speed. Stop worrying about speed.
You need to stop talking. I think Talonflame, as both Gale Wings and Flame Body, makes it a lot more flexible than Moltres, because Moltres you only run Flame Body. Talonflame basically guarantees to be wearing boots, which is unfortunate, and it only gets priority with the Gale Wings at full health. So after a Brave Bird, it's gonna lose that priority, but it's already base 126 speed, so like it's not even gonna be that big of a problem in the long run. I really like Talonflame, and I've been looking for an excuse to draft it as well. The flexibility of Silvally is going to be really nice. You have a lot of pivots. You have Parting Shot, U-Turn, and Volt Switch
You
with
have a lot.
Vikavolt. Yeah, and Sticky Webs are going to be quite nice on your team. You have lots of Clerics as well. But your only real reliable priority is the Sucker Punch on that Urshifu, so...
I didn't get a chance to say it to the other team that had Rapid Strike, but Single Strike always could benefit from oh crap, what's that move? What's that item that blocks like other items? Contact items? Crap.
Oh, Protective Pads?
Protective pads, because then you're not
Yeah.
taking Rocky Helmet damage.
But that also
And-
does it does remove a lot of the damage, and what's cool about that is you might not necessarily need to do that on this team because he has a lot of Clerics, so he can risk doing that extra damage and then healing off the burn or whatever later.
True.
He has a lot of pivots, which is going to be really nice, and a lot of knockoff users. It's going to be really hard to keep your items on against him.
And on paper, you're a tight matchup. You don't have a weakness. You switch in and out.
Yes.
You run bulky on most of your stuff, and like have like your 3 that want to go fast. Like, oh my god, like your team is scary.
Another problem though is it's again the problem where you have a lot of ways to set up hazards, but only defoggers to remove them. Which it's not the end of the world, obviously. Rapid spin is ideal, but there's not many great rapid spinners, so we can't really dock you that much. Having the removal is important on its own. But you have a very scary offensive presence and no noticeable weakness, like nothing that stands out immediately. So that's really good, and I'm excited to see you use this team.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah?
Grant, it's a very scary team.
All right. Moving on to the next. That's not how I do that. The Trash Town Thieves.
Sorry. Trash team.
I tried to save you from his banter by putting you in the top 7, but you can't escape being the Trash Team
Dude.
Thieves.
Nah. Yeah, okay, sir. I don't give a fuck about your team right now. Okay, we're gonna talk about the one thing and the one thing only that matters to me. I waited 13 hours for you to snipe my Grimmsnarl. I really wanted Grimmsnarl. That's all I wanted was a fucking good dark type.
But
Liper.
But come on, man. You got Sylveon and you got... No, Liepard's good. Don't talk shit on Liepard. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're both good, but it's just like I could have had both at once.
First thing I noticed is if you look at the average speeds, his average is 91 for speed, which is, I think, by far the highest speed on average of every team that is in the league. I think the second highest was like 82. So it beat it by 9 points. So he's got a very fast team, very scary looking team. Top 6 could bring every week and you would be scared to face it. But that being said, there are some overlapping weaknesses between them, which means that if you're going to bring them all together, certain types are going to be a lot more powerful, especially if some of the other threats are taken care of off your team. And something interesting is that The only slow thing you have is the type null, which is the only thing on your bottom couple of mons that can take a hit, except maybe Zatu. So, I mean, that might mitigate a lot of your problems, having that Eviolite type null as your wall to take. I mean, if there's a fast ghost type, the only thing that wants to take that is the Grimmsnarl, so you're going to need something else. The type null does that pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Compare or matched up with Dragonbolt, like,
Mm-hmm.
the team is scary. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go up against it.
Something cool about the team as well is he drafted the Mamoswine and Grimmsnarl in addition to Dragapult, and those are two mons that Dragapult really doesn't like to deal with. So you removed that possibility by taking them yourself. So that's really cool. That's two threats that you never have to think about unless there's a Ditto, which no one drafted. So
The only thing I would change, and this is just me personally, is give me my Grimmsnarl and water type.
yes, bulky water. I mean, he has Suicune. What do you mean?
Is Suicune bulky?
Hello?
I guess
Is
so, actually. I
Suicune
didn't realize
bulky?
that.
This man asked if Suicune bulky. But
I'm only used to Raikou. That's it.
Suicune's the bulkiest of the three. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay,
Suicune is a monster. You don't want to mess with it. If it gets Calm Mind set up, dang, that thing.
You remember earlier when I said about like your team name? I take that all back. Please don't hurt me.
Sweep him with Suicune. It's in the cards.
It's,
All
it's
right.
in the game.
Do I have anything else to say? I mean, you have lots of priority. You only have one
No, I like
knockoff
the
user.
Prankster Thunderwave just match up nicely with Mamoswine and Dragapult and
Absolutely.
Metagross. Like that's utterly disgusting, and the fact that Grimmsnarl could do either or, it's disgusting. Him on top with a Soulfest is utterly disgusting. Like you have a very scary team, and I hope you go far with it.
The only thing that I could see really doing stuff to this team is maybe like a strong like offensive fairy type, like a Clefable or a Sylveon, because fairy hits a lot of your things really hard, and they get the fire coverage as well, which hits the rest of your team really hard. So those are the only things I could really think of that would be threatening to you.
Like,
but you got that
Metagross is gonna take
Suicune.
a Mystica Fire very well.
Yeah, Suicune can take those, but besides that, it's gonna be troublesome. So those are my thoughts on that. I think your team's very solid, very scary. I don't remember if I match up against you, but I hope I don't. So yeah.
I hope you do. I want to see you.
Shut up.
See you hurt.
Don't jinx me. All right, the Greasy Goodrez was our next team. Again, really solid team.
All right, can you like real quick leave a comment down below why you second pick Lucario though? Like, very curious about that.
I can answer the question, but I don't want to offend him for real.
Oh, I thought you were right. I thought he was building a Cynthia team. I picked up that melodic.
Oh, that's
so
not what I was
quick.
gonna say. That's not what I was gonna
Oh.
say. But
You
yeah.
say my boy trash.
No, that's not it at all. If you know, you know. One thing I noticed about your team is you have like 3 hazard centers and only defoggers. So it's another thing that I like, that I keep pointing out, but I feel like people don't utilize their own hazards to the best of their ability.
I just noticed Glaceon was 2 points.
It's too slow, man. It's good, like it has its uses, but base 60,
This
what,
man
65
was
speed?
drafting a Gen 4 team,
65
though, let's
speed?
Be honest.
Yeah, base 65 speed's not great. Yeah, at first we thought you were drafting Cynthia, and even the Rotom Heat's Gen 4, so.
I think Robot's Gen 4?
No, Gen 2. Azumarill Gen 2, Lucario Gen 4. I mean, hey. Something that I like about your team is that you have a lot of good priority options on it. And like I said earlier, like priority is very nice to have in those situations where you're going to be outsped by someone's buffed mons. But that being said, you have already really naturally high speed in Nihilego and even Garchomp and Crobat. So it might not even be necessary.
What I do like about it is that Garchomp, as much as it wants to run physical, it can run special.
It can.
You know,
It shouldn't.
you have Lucario that can run special. You have Vileplume is very good. Like
I love
underrated.
Vileplume, yeah.
The fact that it's 4 points is that they're silly. Effect Spore, like Rocky Helmet Vileplume is utterly disgusting.
I love
What are people
Vileplume.
gonna do it? Yeah. You have Prankster, which is Clefty Prankster. Oh my god, dude! Like Thunderweights for days. Like
Yeah.
that's disgusting. You have good setup for Garchomp and Lucario and Azumarill to just do their priority or hit strong. It's like this team is disgusting.
There's a lot of
Very good
overlapping
Halo.
types, though.
The one thing I will say is that you have Rotom Heat. I was telling someone else that they should have Rotom Heat, but
Hey, they
one
can
thing I don't
message
like
each
about
other.
Rotoms, I don't like Overheat. It can miss and then it lures. It's only a good for one.
I don't know if Overheat can miss. It's definitely
Oh,
not
yeah,
as
bro.
problematic as the Hydro Pump that can definitely miss. But I think that the team's solid. The only thing you're missing are a couple more pivots, maybe.
Overheat is 90
yeah.
accuracy.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the only thing I see is like you have a lot of strong high tier mons, but if you bring a lot of those duplicate types, it's going to be really easy to exploit your weaknesses. Like you have 2 steel types, you have 2 water types, 2 poison types, you know, just those kinds of things. You know, obviously like those aren't the end of the world, and it's pretty hard to not draft duplicate types, but I mean, it's just something you got to look out for.
Still is a good type. You can have multiple stuff, so that's
Like
okay.
Psychic and Rock is going to hurt this team a lot.
Yeah. Which is his only weakness. So
Is it?
not too bad. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, those. The fortunate thing is those are pretty rare offensive types. So, yeah, and
Not like
the
anyone
best
picked up
ones.
Solrock.
Soul Rock, don't. No. We don't talk about Soul Rock. Soul Rock's garbage. And the good news is you drafted one of the best offensive rock attackers in Nihilego, because special rock are superior to physical rock.
Yeah.
So that's good.
You can't miss as much. And Omi boost.
What? Oh, ancient power?
Ancient power. Yeah.
I'm talking about power gem, bro.
Oh,
Base
it's
90, not base
Oh, shit.
60. Yeah.
No, Omi boost.
No. All right. Next up, the Indiana Tracers. This team is really high.
We're just gonna say it
Specifically,
real quick. Fuck this dude. You know, like, nah, he's a very cool dude. Man.
that's words out of your mouth, not mine.
Oh,
The,
man,
the cool dude part. No, I'm just
I'll
kidding.
say it right here. The badass Frostlass, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's chill.
Like,
Chill dude.
I got a chance to talk to him, and that dude does not shut up. Like, at all. But you know
Neither
what?
do
He's a
you.
cool dude.
Neither do you, bro.
Sheesh.
I'm trying to talk, you talk over me every time.
What
But
are you talking about?
we
Okay,
had
we're
a.
talking about the Blaziken.
Can I talk? We had a really chill week 1. His team's really scary. Specifically because he's got 4 really expensive mons that are really powerful. Blaziken, Melmetal, Kyurem, and Landorus. All disgusting threats. But they share weaknesses with one another, which means they're not necessarily the best combo together.
I will say real quick, he picked up that Melmetal last pick.
Yeah, last pick Melmetal. But I mean, like, that's respectable because, I mean, everybody else had spent a lot of points. He was specifically preserving those points for an expensive pick, which is a viable strategy to see if whatever's left fits your team properly. So, I mean, I respect it. It's not like he drafted Lickitung first.
Yeah, true.
Um,
I really do like the comfy pick. I don't really care too much about Blaziken. I like meh.
Yeah.
Melmetal and Kyurem, really 2 really good picks. Melmetal can just go really bulky, like physically bulky too, and just be a nuisance. And Kyurem can do whatever it wants to. It's Kyurem. I love Kyurem.
Melmetal's another mon that could
Lantern
just
pick
press
is
one
probably
button.
the worst thing.
Bruh,
Yeah.
why you always hating on Lantern? Lantern is goated.
I don't like Lantern, but I'm more just like kicking badass Frostlass just the dirt a little bit.
Listen, if Lantern got Recover, it would be an absolute monster. Or Wish. Recover or Wish.
Wish makes more sense.
Why?
Light goes up. It's
Uh-huh. Okay, bro, just stop there. Don't talk to me. So, one flaw I saw is a lot of the defog users that he has. He has Comfy, Blaziken, Zakurum is the other one?
Landers.
Landers. They're all offensive. I mean, Landers probably the least so.
Landers also is kind of your only stealth rocker. You have Lycanroc, but like
Yeah.
that one doesn't really want to do anything.
Midnight is unfortunately not a great form of Lycanroc.
Yeah.
It's definitely the one that got the shit out of the stick, but it is his only priority outside of Triage Comfy. So it also has that going for him if he really feels like he needs to bring priority against a team. Sucker Punch Lycanroc is there.
Oh, I was like, the Celerock, he doesn't get it.
No, Sucker Punch.
This
Why it's
team
not a
does
dark
have
type is unfortunate.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It should be Punk Rock type. You do have a huge ground weakness. Landers being your only ice or flying type kind of sucks. Ground just kind of shits on your team.
Yeah.
Zygarde's gonna have fun with you.
I will say, watch our week 1 battle because our battle was really good,
Yes.
very good. Probably one of the best draft league battles I've had in a long time.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, you haven't seen my battle yet.
I said that I
I
had,
panicked.
and yours are always garbage. So, what the heck was that? All right.
I will give you insider news that Comfy can one shot. What's that flying?
Halucha, yeah. Comfy can do a lot of things to those mons that don't think it can. You know, Comfy, it's
Comfy's
not.
a nuisance.
Yeah, I mean, its base 82 special attack is really not that bad.
I
For a
can
fairy
already tell
type.
you, he picked it up because it gets U-turn. This man loves his pivots.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with pivots, man. All right, next up,
This next team has two of my favorite mons.
Chernobyl Dragalges.
4, 7.
Yeah. This team has a lot of things that
just
I've
like this
drafted.
Top 6.
It has 3 mods I drafted last season. I had Wheezing, Hydreigon, and Licky Licky last season, so he's just basically copying my team. Let's just get that out there right
Yeah,
now.
you know what? Cancel. I want him canceled.
But Aegislash Hydreigon is a really good combo, really scary combo, because the fighting weakness of Hydreigon is mitigated by Aegislash, and then the
Earthquake or
the ground and dark weaknesses are mitigated by Hydreigon. So, you know, and Ghost. So it's like they're a really good combo, and they can both go mixed. So you really don't know what he's gonna bring that week.
I really do like Raikou and a Moltres. I think they're both sleeper mons.
I wish Raikou kept Volt Absorb, but they never released it.
Yeah, they hate us. They don't want us to have fun.
Although Inner Focus isn't terrible.
The one thing I just don't like, I don't like the Starmie. That's the one thing.
Why?
But, I like bulky waters.
It can be bulky.
It can be, but it being a rapid spin is probably...
Yeah, it's not the bulkiest. Yeah, but then you go bulk and you rapid spin and you get your speed back. So you just don't invest in speed.
I like the way you think.
And if it's slower, it gets analytic boosted. So I like Starmie a lot.
I really like Mudstale.
Mudstale's great.
Mudstale is a great pick.
It's really hard to find a good ground type, honestly. Like besides those really top tier
Especially
ground
in a
types.
16-person draft, like you gotta pick these. You gotta prioritize your picks.
Yeah, and his averages are really high as well. His lowest average is 80, and that's his defense. So
He's got a Mudstale who says, "Okay, I protect. I get boost." Oh,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's when it gets hit. It's not just every other.
It's every time it takes damage, yeah. So this is another team that's kind of the opposite of the teams that we've been looking at, where they don't have many hazards, but they have a lot of removal. So that's more like the team that I would like to see, is one that prioritizes getting rid of hazards rather than setting them up themselves. Because if you have a team with a bunch of ways to set up hazards, but no good way to remove the ones on your side, bringing defog kind of ruins your own setup. You're wasting turns setting up hazards if you're just going to defog them away. So this team has the opposite in that they don't care about hazards as much, and they just defog away your stuff so they don't have to worry about it. And I really like that about this team because, I mean, hazards are nice, but they're not absolutely necessary. And Mudsdale could set up rocks. So, like, if he really needs it, he can set them up, and then he could remove them with Starmie or with Moltres or whatever. So, he's chilling.
Really excited because I really like watching Aegislash players use their and their teams.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to do it yet.
Yeah, me either.
But Aegis Slash is a good mon, but you really want to pair it with a good dark type, and this man did it with Hydreigon.
Yeah.
That's
Good
a
combo.
Really good pick.
Mhm.
Right there.
Really good offensive core right there. And the unpredictability of Aegislash is not as like unpredictable as something like Mew or something like that, but it can run so many different sets, so many different variants of like special or physical or just defensive. So it's always exciting to watch an Aegislash player.
Oh, man, the things they could do.
Yeah, and you have a lot of pivots and a lot of speed on things that matter. So really solid team overall.
Yeah, I kind of hope I don't go up against them because
I think I do.
don't want to do. I don't want to do that because the first thing I want to do is superpower the Hydreigon, and it has an Aegislash it could go into or a Moltres. More afraid of the Moltres.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. He has really good synergy. And second place on our tier list is
I already found 6 ways to
the
beat
Sydney
them. Don't worry.
Staraptors. Coached by Luke Harry. He's got a really scary team. Of course,
Fish versus fish.
he's got the
Fish versus
Dracovish,
fish.
the inferior Vish, but it's still really strong. He's got the Heatran and the Zapdos, also really powerful defensively.
His top 3 is disgusting.
Mhm.
It's protect the president comp, and I hate it. He has flame body to protect Dracovish. He has static to protect against Dracovish, and I don't have a bloody Kyurem to kill the
Mhm.
Dracovish.
He's got Sandaconda to set up Sandstorm for himself. So he's got a lot of ways to make that Dracovish powerful and to deal with the threats. Like he said, he's got the static and the flame body. Although normally you're gonna want to run Flash Fire, but it's still there. You know, he's got Delmise for rapid spin. He can remove sticky webs and stuff like that. And Armaldo as well has rapid spin. So he's got really good ways to deal with the things that Dracovish wants to get rid of.
You know what he doesn't have?
Hmm.
A good ice type or a good fairy type.
I'll tell you what he does have: a nice weakness. Freeze drive
yeah.
specifically.
Freeze
But-
Drive, it's really weird that freeze drive is gonna fucking wreck the two.
Yeah, but you're not gonna switch your Heatran into a freeze dry and then get earth powered, man. Like there's a lot of things that like it's a lot looks a lot better on paper because like yes, you take those ice moves,
Yeah.
but there's other ways that they can deal with the things that you bring in, or if they if they predict properly and you take that earth power, then man, it's not good looking. Like that's gonna be a struggle.
Like
But-
on paper, you don't want to take any. Well, like on paper, it looks like you could take some earthquakes,
Hmm.
but in all honesty, it's like earthquake was gonna hurt your team.
Yeah, it's gonna
unless you're
hurt.
running air balloon Heatran or air balloon Dragon, it's like you don't want to switch any of those into earthquake.
Yeah, and if your Zapdos outspeeds and you roost, and I'm taking Earthquake on that too. But the Delmise is gonna help. Delmise is definitely gonna help. Sandaconda can take
But
a
one, none
lot
is
of ground
not
moves.
on.
Mesprit Levitate's gonna be nice. So you got a lot of cool synergy to help support that Dracovish, and I'm excited to see you use it because it's obviously not a straightforward like sand team. Like there's no Tyranitar or Gigalith. But the weeks that you decide to bring Sandaconda over like a Choice Scarf, Strongjaw, I think are going to be very interesting. And you got a really powerful, scary team overall. You sniped my Mienshao, so that's why you're not first place. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, and the one thing I do say about protect the president comps is that
Mhm.
it's easy
Yeah.
to figure out what you're gonna bring.
But at the same time, he's got a lot of pivots. He's got a lot of
Zapdos and
knockoff.
Heatran are very hard to work
Mhm.
around.
And really solid walls. So I think he's got a really good team, and he has lots of hazard setters, which means it's going to be very unpredictable which is going to do what per the weeks. But I mean, something's going to bring rocks, you know. So
Something
I like it.
creative.
I like it. He's got the 2 rapid spinners and the 1 defogger. So
I don't ever see
He's-
Armando coming, but that's just me.
he brought Trap in. She's going to bring the Armaldo a week. Come on, man. So he'll make it work. He'll make it work. All right. And last but not least, sorry,
You
I'm
don't
trying
have
to go a
worry
little
about any
faster.
Umbreons.
Oh yeah, no one drafted Umbreon, which is insane because
That is
yeah,
that is nutty.
Umbreon is absolutely goated as a dark type wall. But I was trying to go a little faster because it's late and that first video took way longer than we had anticipated it to. But our number one team is the Brooklyn Mantis, coached by Young Kuma. And the
Man.
ironic thing about this is that this is also Pat Mac's number one team, one from his draft analysis. And I did not take inspiration from that. But when you look at his team, it's disgusting. What do you mean it's not?
I believe the Slowpokes were the number one team.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong, but it was one of the top teams, that's for
This
sure.
is like, I believe, second or third?
Slowpoke's got a good team too, but it's just I like the other teams better, and this one is absolutely nasty.
Yeah. Remember, again, this is just personal preference of us two. We're just here to banter and have fun. You guys enjoyed it, and so we're doing it again.
Yeah, the only big flaw about this team that I see is the only water type being Wishy-Washy and Basculin. Like, they're both 2-point Mons. They're both mono water, not bulky. What's up?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Wishy-Washy's
our
bulky as heck, but...
Our number one on both sides were low water types, and we just kept saying on everyone's team that bulky water.
The cruel irony. You know they're not paying attention past their own team. Come on.
Oh, 100%. I don't understand the Duraludon pick. Get rid of it. Get a water type.
What do you mean?
Gucci.
I like Duraludon, but
you
he
already have Kartana.
Yeah.
They have Latios.
That's fair, but I still think it's really strong.
It would be better if it had a useful ability.
Yeah, they kind of shafted it on that, but I do
Leave it
think
low-key.
that regardless, his top 6, if you swap the Galvantula with the Duraludon, really powerful. Sticky Webs gonna be extremely nice on this team to support that Crocodile and that Latios and the Kartana, all not slow, but just slow enough to be outsped by like those really powerful fast mons like Dragapult and Zero Aura, stuff like that. So the Sticky Webs is nice. You got double Sticky Webs because you got Slurpuff. The Weezing is going to be a very nice physically defensive wall to take those attacks that like the Togekiss doesn't want to take. Yeah, I just think it's a really great team, honestly. And you have no significant weakness. I got the type chart. Looks great. Lots of priority. Very diverse pivots. Another thing you don't have, though, you don't have a lot of item removal. You got like Corrosive Gas on Weezing and Knockoff on Crocodile and Kartana, maybe? But not much. And I mean, you have a high average, I think, right? Yeah. So base 102 average attack, which is, it's really hard to break 100 in a draft, but you still manage to have 98 special attack. So the stats on the offensive stats on this team are really good.
Yeah, I think if you had a better water type, like this team would probably shine and will demolish a lot of this draft.
But Duraludon's a good thing to swap out. It's only 5 points. I believe Quagsire's 5 points. I think Quagsire would be quite nice, but you have Crocodile, so...
This man just said Quagsire.
Yeah, have you seen that, boy? Why you hating on Quagsire, bro? You hate Quagsire and Lantern? You're a degenerate.
Yeah. Only good water types like Slowking and Slowbro, okay?
I mean, I'm not hating on those either, but Quagsire is definitely underappreciated. It's unaware, man.
I think you have a lot of potential. I personally would also switch Latios for Latias.
No, that's cringe.
Having a second wish user, oh my god, can you imagine? A mystical fire. It's like,
That's called being unnecessary. It's hard enough to fit one on a team.
it's fine. It's fine.
Swapping out Duraludon for a better water type, I think, is a good idea. Wishy-Washy is probably fun, like a really fun pick. It's just really slow.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stats are insane.
It's stats. I'm looking at stats. I'm trying to understand this. I don't, but it's very slow. And its health is really
You
low.
don't know Wishy-Washy's gimmick, do you?
No. It's
No.
schooling. You think I go to that? You think I did that?
No, you dropped out of that shit, huh? Yeah, no,
I
it
kicked out. It's different.
not by much. So wishy-washy, it has a schooling form. When it goes under half health, it becomes the little one, and the stats decrease.
Oh yeah, fucking get rid of that. Like, come on.
No, it's hilarious. And those stats are disgusting.
It's fun. It's hilarious.
Get rid of the basculin before the wishy-washy. I want to see the wishy-washy in action a couple times.
I think there was in the
Hey.
battles, but yeah.
Hey,
A are for horses and
no spoilers.
Just like you. No, I'm talking about in previous seasons.
Not by this guy.
Not by this guy, no.
I want to see him use it. But yeah, I think the team's really nasty, and if you can use the sticky web support, I think it's gonna be really good. No spinner though.
Yeah.
So that
no
sucks.
Spinner. Make sure you have your stats or your EVs and IVs correct for Slurpuff. You don't want to belly drum and have 51%.
Yeah.
Miss you, Matt.
It happened opponent in the IPL Open versus me, I think. Was it IPL?
Yeah.
Is that the one we did?
SCP. Oh, IPL, yeah.
Yeah, the IPL Open, yeah. I think it was someone in this league. I don't remember who it was, but it was
Oh
funny.
my god. Was it Young Kuma?
No, it wasn't this guy. I hope not. You should have never drafted Slurpuff again if it was.
Oh my god. I think
But
it
yeah.
was.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he was in the IPL Open.
I don't think it was him. I really don't.
We'll
But
leave it in the comments.
but anyways, that's all the rankings. Congratulations to Young Kuma of the Brooklyn Mantikes for being our #1 choice. But at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of solid teams. It was really hard to narrow it down, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching.
Yeah. Look forward to all the rest of the battles. Please check out the other content creators. They're all working very hard on trying to do their best. And remember,
Like no one ever was.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Good, because we're about to end the video. Have a good night, guys, and
Back into the void.
I hope you guys all make some interesting plays with those teams, because there's a lot of cool things that I would like to see.
See you on Saturday. I'm gonna spoil everything for you. Dumbledore dies.